First thing I can remember about this is that when I read the instructions, I thought, okay, we're gonna have to lie down on the ground, head to foot, and get this picture.
I thought head to toe meant we actually had to lie in the ground, head to toe, like in a line or a square or something.
And then later I had an even greater idea. I thought what we could do was just have two of us standing on our heads and two of us standing up straight, and then we'd be head to foot too. So anyhow, we didn't need then. Oh, I don't know. One of you or Michelle, I think, said, "No, I think it just means all of us from our head to our feet." And it's like, woo!
Put a 60 beside Butcher and a 70 beside May.
Too funny. Yeah, this was all very mysterious at the time. And I know you two were in the back being like, what are they saying? Like they're like speaking in code or something.
So what did Doug say to you?
Well, he was like, why don't you take this paper and write down beside them like the number that I tell you. So I did. He was like, read out to me all of the names of the places. And so I would say a name like Sporting Goods Store, and he'd be like, okay, write 30. And I'd be like, okay. So I'd write down 30 beside it, and then he'd be like, okay, what's the next one? I'd be like, gas station. He'd be like, okay, put 10.
I'm gonna park here.
10, and I was writing down all these numbers that he said. And I didn't know what the numbers meant, but you can't really tell that when we're doing it. It looks like we're kind of both in on it, like very aware of this like great plan that we have to make everything work out perfectly. But you two in the back were like, what are they doing? What are they talking about? But I actually didn't know either. Doug was the only one who really knew what that was about.
And what was your, this is the big question, what was your system, your numbering system?
Well, I learned many years ago when I was programming you used to have to put line numbers on programming code, and you never number them in sequence. You didn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because what if you wanted to add something? So we usually did 100, 200, 300, or 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. If you wanted to add something in the middle, if you're doing thousands and you wanted something between 2 and 3, you'd call it 2,500. So that's all I did. I just got Michelle to number them in order, and then as we started to drive the road, realized we had to reorder it. And they just gave us a quick reference guide to keep track of making sure we were going in the right order and not missing anything.
Okay, so these are pictures of all the stops that we went to.
Yes, that's right.
So what's that
God,
first
I look
one?
short. That's the Victoria Police Headquarters.
Do you remember getting there?
Yeah, we drove there. And then we like parked across the way. And we didn't know if we were going to like take the photo from across the street or not.
Yeah, we jaywalked and got over in front of the police station. Smart. And went over, and somebody took our picture. And then another team came up right behind us. They parked right behind where we at, across the street. And they just stood on that side of the street. And they had an extra person with them. They had like a fifth person too. It was like, what the heck? Anyhow, so their fifth wheel took a picture of them from across the street. They didn't even stand up close to the building, so that's when we kind of began, okay, we can do this faster too. So
Okay, we're going down this street quadra, and there's the barber shop, and then just down this away there's a street that you can turn off of, and the barber shop was like on the side of the traffic that went that way, and we were going on the other side of the traffic, so we needed to turn around.
I used to be courier driver in my younger days before university, and then I was a paramedic for a while, so I've done the high-speed training, right? So I know I can handle the vehicle, and I just thought, okay, I'll have some fun with it.
yeah, by that time our team energy was a little bit lower, and we were coming down on it. We saw the barber shop on the side. He said, yeah, let's go to it. It's right there. It doesn't have to say barbershop, it just has to be a barbershop, and the pole proves it. Doug says, okay, well, do you mind if I do some aggressive driving? We all go, no. So Doug takes a left-hand turn, and it's a little bit wet out, and then as he's turning up the street, he just slams on the emergency brake and cranks it hard, and go, and we whip around it, and we're like, none of us expected that. It was like, whoa, what are you doing, Doug? That's crazy.
And then the U-turn was just a bit of a fluke. The opportunity was there. There was enough room. I could do it safely, so I tried it.
I don't know if he just wanted to be like showy, or if it actually made us turn faster, or like was more efficient than a 3-point turn, or like.
Well, got re-energized by his driving. It was great. Amazing. The amazing race. The school and TM's got the timer at like 2 seconds self-timer or something like that. I don't know. She sets the self-timer, runs out, and it goes click, and she's not in the picture. She does it. Oh, I'll do it again. And Doug says, no, it's on. You gotta set it for the long self-timer. She runs out, does the same thing again, but makes it halfway out and looks back.
Oh, and then this is the best one ever. Just the best photo. So, TM, the whole thing was it needed to be like head to toe in each of them in front of the thing. So we're all there kind of standing and waiting, and like Kelly and I aren't expecting the photo, but like you knew that the time was gonna run out, so you knew you weren't gonna make it, so you like kind of like turned back at some point. We're like, and you had this photo of you like turned back and like smiling away. It's like I think one of the best photos that we took. Oh geez. This is another really funny one. This is at the gas station, and like I think we thought we weren't gonna be able to see the gas station or something. So it's like this really bizarre photo where we're all like, some of us are leaning down and like Doug's in like this like ta-da pose, and like I've got this really weird like duck leg thing going on where like my toes are turned into each other and my knees are like touching, but there's like a triangle of my calves, and it's really awkward and bizarre. And then Kelly too is kind of like in this like, will you marry me pose, which is like very weird, and you, TM, are on the end, and you're just kind of like bent down to being like halfway bent, kind of like that photo. We're like, gee, just looks weird, but I guess we didn't want to block the like gas station part of it somehow, I guess. Yeah, kind of funny. Aw, this is in front of Spankit Sports, the sporting goods store. Uh-oh, feet are not shown. Look, cut off. That's not good. But anyway, no one noticed, so that's okay. Well, we thought we'd go into this Thrifty Foods where they have a bakery, and we thought it would say bakery on it, and we could just be inside the grocery store taking it. But then someone like thought to ask like a passing clerk or something, I don't know who, and they were like, oh, well, I don't really know if you can like take a photo inside Thrifties and stuff. Maybe I should get my manager.
Guy that works there comes across and said, can we just take this picture? And he says, no, actually. I don't think you can take a picture in the store. We're not allowed to let people take pictures in the store. I was like, what? And this is, Doug works for 50s. And I thought, oh, Doug's going to pull some strings. So he said, so the kid said he needs to see his manager. And Doug says, well, is what's her name here? One of the managers says no. So I thought, okay, this kid's going to catch on. Doug knows who the people are in the store. He knows what's going on. He says, no, I have to check with the manager. So we just said, okay, let's get out of here because we're not going to get this picture.
I should probably explain how we did end up getting this picture in the bakery. While Doug and Kelly were going around trying to find someone to take our picture, I was like, well, I'm just going to set up the self-timer because I love my self-timer. So I set it for the 2 seconds, and you can see in the picture there's Michelle and Doug looking around trying to see if there's anyone around that might take our picture. So when we got to the finish line, that's when I passed by the picture and I showed them, and I didn't actually say that all 4 of us were in there. I just said, oh, and here's the bakery, and they accepted it. So I think it was a successful picture. I think we did a great job.
This is Planet Organic Mart. Oh dude, we had to find a green store, and so we thought, okay, well, green, this has a green thing, and it's like green in the sense that it's like Planet Organic.
So Planet Organic was actually right beside Thrifty's. So when we left Thrifty's all feeling defeated because we didn't get a picture of all 4 of us in the bakery, we posed in front of Planet Organic, and that's that.
And this is in front of the butchers, and like I think we wanted our photos to look kind of cool and like not be super boring.
So we were doing the can dance. That was my idea.
So we all decided to like kick out our foot and like a can you do the can kind of like dance or whatever. Oh, it keeps turning around on me. But anyway, that's what we're doing. We look kind of cute.
The next one is the other way. Yeah. The next one's the other way in front of the bank. And you can see in those pictures that we're having a very good time. I think I said we're all scary. And I'm the only one who looks scared. Doug's smiling. DM, I don't know, it looked like a frown. I look scared.